Hello there! I thought that I would start trying to do a few Facebook Lives rather than just doing YouTube Lives every week. So here I am in my new little office and I'm just going to check that it's working on my laptop, and it looks like it is. So hi, I'm Julie from the Paper Haven, and this is my little Paper Haven. I've done a class on YouTube this morning, so I thought I'd do a similar thing on here. So I'm just going to turn the camera around. And get started. Ooh, so just got two heaters on and I was getting a little bit warm, so I've just been to turn one off. I'm just going to tie my hair up because it gets, now that I've grown it in lockdown, it gets a little bit in my way. So if you're on and you're watching, then I would love to know that you're on and leave me a comment. That would be fab. And I'm watching on my laptop as well, so yeah, apparently I've got 4 people on, so welcome. And let me just move, let me have a tidy up. Right, so I'm going to show you what I made this morning. I'm just charging my phone up, so I've got wires there. And I'm going to do something similar to what I made this morning. Oh, there's a stray Satsuma. I bet you don't hear that often on a Facebook Live. Hi, Suze. Thanks for joining me. So this morning I made this card on YouTube, and then I made this one. So I did one with a stamped background. The cards are both, well, I'm going to say they're identical, but they've been made using the same measurements and everything the same. Let me just sort that out because I think my camera's drooping a bit and I hate it when it's a bit wonky on the screen. So, yeah. Anyway, hi Donna, hi Karen. Oh man, I'm just messing about here and I'm causing it to... There, that's not bad. Okay, so I made both these cards today on YouTube, and a garden green base, and one had stamp background, and the other one was with the papers, the Berry Blessings papers, which are free on a celebration spend. So I will show you that in a minute. Oh, thanks, Karen. So I thought that I would do something similar because not everybody tunes into my YouTube. Sometimes Facebook is more accessible for people, or it pops up. People are a bit more aware of it. So this is what I've got left from what I stamped this morning. And I thought I might use that, but I might actually start from the beginning and show you what I've done. But I maybe won't take as much time as I did this morning on YouTube. Hi Kirsty, I'm trying something new today. And so I'm using this stamp set, and you get this stamp set free and a pack of 12 by 12 papers when you spend £90 before the end of February, and they are amazing. They're just fabulous. They also go with the strawberries that's in the January to June catalogue, so it's really good deal. Lovely stamp set and lovely, really lovely papers. Now, had a confession. Look, I've absolutely got covered in Pacific Point ink today, and I did have an admission this morning that I hardly ever use. Suze, I'm glad you're on because it was some makes that you brought to training last year, and it came up in my time hop thingy that inspired me to do the three thing, cutting that into 3. I think you did it with the To a Wild Rose. So I'm just wiping this because it was really inky and I got covered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the leaves and just show you. I'm going to stamp those in garden green. If you've got any questions, I'm sort of trying to follow the comments on my laptop. So I'm going to do one full stamping and then another one like sort of paler, like that, stamped off. That's the word I'm trying to use. And now you do have to sort of like work out where the berries. I left a bit too much of a gap on the other one in between the leaves, but it's the berries go here and here, so it's sort of working out how close you need to get them. So A, they're not touching, and B, you haven't got massive gaps in between. Yeah, do you remember it, Suze? Donna says she remembers it. So I'm just stamping away, stamping away. And I'll just do one more there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so I used this stamp. It looks a bit, I'm just watching on my laptop, it doesn't look very green, the image, but I've stamped in garden green and stamped off. It looks a bit blacky grey, but anyway. So I've used this stamp. I will fill in with that, but now I'm going to do the outer edges of the blueberries. And just a fun fact, I had blueberries in my breakfast this morning, so I'm more blueberried out today. I'm going to use Misty Moonlight for these. And I want to show you, so this is one I stamped earlier. This is, I've stamped in garden green, full strength, and pear pizzazz in the middle. And then I've stamped with Misty Moonlight, blueberry, and full strength Pacific Point. Here, it's the same, apart from I've stamped off the leaves, both of them, and the inside of the Pacific Point, the blueberry. Okay. Oh, there you go, Donna did a class with it. So there you go, Suze. So you just line these up. The one with the two berries goes to the left. Oh, these ones are going to be touching, but never mind. Sort of. Anyway, I just thought I'd come on Facebook for a change. Thanks for joining. Please do say hi, because apparently I've got 19 viewers now, which I don't think I've ever had 19 on a Facebook Live. But yeah, so who else is on? Please do say hi if you're watching. And if you have any questions, please ask. Donna and Suze are in my Stampin' Up team, so if I do miss it, I'm sure they will answer a question for me. Hey Sarah! Oh my goodness! And so, hi! So my good friend, happy Australia Day! How come, what time is it? Oh, it's about 10:30. Because I did a YouTube this morning, Sarah, and I had a lady on from Sydney, and I knew exactly what, I knew she was 11 hours behind, but I think you're 7. So, Soph, how are you growing up? Our Julie. Oh, Sarah, I'm moving all my stuff out of the studio. I've got to give the keys back this weekend. It's sad times, but I'm trying to be positive. got my positive pants on. So I've stamped the berries there. Okay, do you see what I mean about you end up with a few gaps and it's like, nyeh. But hi Linda, hi Joyce. It's 9:40. All right, okay. Yeah, so it's about 7 hours, 8 hours. It's 1:40 here, so hope you're all right, Soph. Every time I see you, you look more like a young lady, more grown up. Right. So I'm stamping a full strength and then I'm stamping off. Oh, that one wasn't quite accurate, but never mind. Yeah, I'm having to be positive, Sarah. There are a lot of positives come out of lockdown, and if you're friends with me on Facebook, I was having a bad Sunday and I decided to write about them because I think that it's very easy to focus on the crappy stuff. So I focus on the happy stuff. That could be a really good saying. Don't focus on the crappy, focus on the happy. Oh well, just came up with that. You're welcome. Hi Anne. Wowzers, I've got 23 on now. That was from Sophie. Ah, brilliant. How's that lovely doggy of yours? That lovely doggo? I keep going on lots of walks and seeing these ace dogs and thinking I'd really like a dog. Okay, so I've stamped in all the berries there. Finish with my Pacific Point that's getting it's leaking like crazy, that one, because I've not used it. And this is a thing, right? Public service announcement. You know, when you buy these ink pads, you have to use the things, you know. We have to, less crappy, more happy. Yeah, that's what we need. Hi, Bernice. Oh, bless you, Donna. I'm trying to be amazing, but sometimes, you know. Anyway, I've actually been quite perky today and chatty. I think it does me good to do these lives because it does feel like sometimes you are, you know, obviously in Australia, you're able to do stuff now. We're in a sorry state here, so you'd be fed up. You know, Evan, who you know is not at school at the minute, is doing all his lessons online, and he's got his big exams have been cancelled. So it's really tricky here. We all wish we were in Australia right now, or New Zealand, I think. But I prefer to be in Perth. Hey, I always like a saying, Sam. You've got to have a saying. Oh man, that didn't quite work out, but never mind, we go in again. I can't keep up with the comments. Meltdowns, I know. Oh, Evan's doing business. Is it GCSE business he's doing, Donna? I mean, I don't know if I can offer any assistance. Evan's doing A-level business. He's actually doing some business for me today. He's working for me at home, online, taking pictures of my retired stuff. I'm going to be putting it on my website. I've got him in production. Right, so we've got big gaps, as you can see. You are very fortunate, Sarah. We can't be jealous, but we are. Okay, I tidied my stamps away. Where are they? There they are. Where did I put them? Oh, they don't belong in that stamp set. I'm looking in the berry thingy stamp set, yeah. And they don't belong in that one, they belong in the strawberries. So I'm going to use the little flowers from the strawberry. I love this set. I love this set so much. Got 34 of these sets somewhere in a box. Who knows where? Oh, bless him, Donna. It's tough. This homeschooling is tough. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in some gaps with the little flower. Okay. And it does just give it a little bit of extra colour. Oh man, I missed it then. Yeah, so it just fills in those little gaps, yeah. You know, you just have to look at it though. I could do one there. Put the stamp down, Julie. You've done enough. Put the stamp down. Oh, I will do. I will tell them, yeah. You're on your big... Have you finished your big... When do you go back to school? Are you still on your big school holidays? So, I've 22 people watching. Do you know, I might try doing this every week now. So, I'm doing this a lot faster than I did this morning on the YouTube. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill in. Apparently, you fill in with dots. That's like what you do. So I could leave it like that, or you can do some speckles. Okay, so I've got that. And then I can do some speckles, yep, to cover that up. Back to school next week, Sophie. Okay, so these speckles are from the Gorgeous Forever Fern. Anyway, Mrs. Class. Hi, Carol. How is your Stampin' Up going? How are you? Have you been doing any crafting? So I'm just going to do some speckles, random. The great thing about this is you can stamp it once, twice, 3 times. A lady. I knew you wanted to sing along with that. Just fills it in a bit, gives it a bit of texture. Some people like a grungy look. It's not too much of a grunge. It's an acceptable grunge. If you're not into the grunge, yeah, it just fills it in a bit, evens it out a little bit. Well, you need to get in that lovely little craft area. Did you make one this morning, Carol? Please do put a picture on, I'd love to see it. Right. So, what I did next was I cut this, and I cut it at, I'm just trying to think what I'm going to do and which would be the best. Right, let's cut it here at 8 centimetres. All right, so I've cut it there at 8, and then I'm going to cut it off at 3.5 centimetre sections. And you get like a jigsaw. I call it a jigsaw, but you know, it's not really a jigsaw. But just humour me. It sort of meets together like that, yeah? All right? And then what I'm going to do is take some scrap pizzazz, and I have run out, hang on. We've all got scraps, and I'm going to cut this at 4, long strip at 4, and then I'm going to cut them at 8.5. It's really funny in here today because I'm in my new little office space and the lights above me, which are really good lights actually, really strong because it's quite a high ceiling. Hi Nanny! Ah, amazing! This is Sarah in Perth's mum, Nanny, who we call Nanny. Well, Sarah and her children call her Nanny, but I just happen to as well. Not that she's my mum or nanny to my children, but it just felt nice to. So there you go. And that's how I know her. I don't think I've ever called you Jane. So yeah, the lights above me are like automatic. So when I walk in, the sense that someone's walked in the office and they come on. But I must have sat still for so long this morning that they thought no one was in the, they thought no one was here. And they went off. It was quite interesting, and I found myself doing some kind of robotics with my hands like this to sort of set them back on again, which was quite entertaining. Well, I thought it was quite entertaining. If anybody had looked at me going past, would have wondered what I was doing. So yeah. Oh, this is so nice to have the Perth ladies on. It's worth doing this every week to catch up with you girls. Okie dokie. Right, so this morning I used a garden green base. I've got one here ready. Don't often use garden green either, so oh bless you, Jane. I don't have to use garden green either, so I'm busting out the colours that I've not used much. So that could go on there, but I also thought I would try it on a misty. This might not work. Oh. I might go misty, you know, because I have a confession. Number 5 sales in the UK last year, but I don't have a piece of Pacific Point in my cupboard because I never use it. I have 2 boys and I don't have Pacific Point in my cupboard. So I think I'm going to go for the Misty. Okay. And I think I'm going to go with some denim ribbon for it. Or I could go daffodil. Oh, that's run out. Oh, I've got another one. Could go. I think I might go daffodil. And then I might put denim on the other one that I'm going to show you. So what I do, if I've got something like this and I want to position it in a certain way, then I lay my card down flat so it's not folded and springing about. And I pop my pieces on, but I don't glue them down. And then if I'm happy with that, if I'm happy with where they are, you could fiddle about forever. Then I take them off one at a time and then glue them. So I'm going to take the right hand one off and glue it down. And then I'm going to take the left hand one off because it's easier to work out where the ones on the edge need to be even. Yeah, than doing the one in the middle. Hey Nanny, you could do this design, something like this. You can do this with papers for your coffee and card maybe. Oh, hey Elaine. No Pacific Point. I know, Suze. What's that all about? Do you know, I'm not into the colour, but however, this is so weird. I actually got a few pieces of clothing in that colour. Like I've got some royal blue tops and people always say to me, and I've got a lovely royal blue dress, and people say that it suits me. But yeah, so I'm going to tie this around the whole card. I did, I've done something a little bit in advance today, because I thought I'd get organised. Oh man. You know me, got to have a bow on. Well, you don't have to, but it is a bit of a trademark, I suppose. So a little bit of a bow there. Right, what I did earlier is I embossed with white embossing powder the Happy Birthday You Sweet Thing from the strawberry stamp set, and I punched it out with the everyday, hi Julie, with the everyday label punch. I'm doing YouTube and Facebook today, Julie. I'm hitting all the socials today. But do you know what as well? Do you know what? It's like having company as well, and it can be a bit isolating at the minute. So if when you come online and do this, and even though sort of it feels like you're talking to yourself, because you do get people replying and things, it is like you're not on your own. So what you do now is pop some foam pads at either end of the label. So then you've got this sort of tunnel for your ribbon to run through. And you can use your centre image, stamped image, to work out if your label is equal. And we'll have that on there like that. And I need to trim my ribbon. I always tie my ribbon with it on the reel so that I've got less wastage. So really I've only got, I left it on the reel and I just needed to trim it at this side. And really the only amount I've wasted, oh man, where's it gone? Is that, it's like, what, a centimetre of ribbon? Nothing really, is it? Nothing. Nothing wasted. So there is first card. I say first card because I am going to do another one. Quicker this time, and what I'm going to do is exactly the same theory, but rather than doing a one sheet wonder, I'm going to use some papers. So I'm going to use these papers. Donna, is that a challenge? I don't even know how to do an Instagram live. I suppose I could. I've never done one ever. I've done a story, but I've never done a live. So I'm going to cut this at 8. Do you have to do it on the IGTV? I really don't even know. Maybe that should be... So 8 and then 3.5. Maybe that should be my little challenge to myself. Mind you, I've so much on this week that I don't really need any more... I don't need any more headspace occupiers this week, but after this week, then I'll be all over it, Donna. Yeah, I'll be all over it. Okay. So we also need to trim some more scraps, and this is another piece of Pear Pizza scrap that I'm using up. Well, I'll maybe put it down as my February challenge. No more room in January. You know, and deciding to do all the hand creams for the NHS people was very ambitious, because I've got them, they're all here, and I've just not had time to organise them, so that's another job for next week. Right, so what I'm going to do now is these papers are going to stick on there, so it's exactly the same thing like a jigsaw, but this is a quickie because you can use any papers and it's great for scraps. And I just sort of made this card up this morning as I was going. I didn't pre-measure it as on my coffee and card. I just winged it, as I say. I had it in my head a little bit, but then it sort of naturally progressed with the label and the embossing and everything. Max wants you to do YouTube. I love doing my YouTube stuff, and I've built up a lovely little group on there. But I'm liking doing this Facebook, particularly because I've had more, I think it pops up for more people, and my friends from Australia have come on, which is amazing. So should we do another Misty? So you need to piece them so they're pieced together, so they're like a jigsaw again, and then I'm going to line them up. And I'm going to use the denim ribbon on this one, because there's no yellow, you see, on this one, because we've used the papers, there's no yellow, so I'm just going to use the denim, and like a pair of jeans, the denim goes with everything. You won't be wearing jeans in Perth, will you? I do still have on my weather app on my phone, as one of my choices, I do still have Perth in there from when we came over, and I do often look. In fact, I looked yesterday because I keep checking when we've got snow, because we've had lots of snow the last couple of weeks, and I just keep checking on what temps you were on. Okay, so relatively simple with the paper, yeah. And then I'm going to do my ribbon. Oh, hi, good night, Sophie. Sweet dreams, darling. Have fun in the sun. I hope you love. Well, it won't be new bedroom anymore, but hope you're enjoying. You and Hannah are enjoying your new rooms. I know it won't be new anymore, but I've obviously not seen it since when you shared. And how's Pop's nanny? And how's Luke as well? Is Luke all right? Say hi to them both. So, I love the contrast with the pear pizzazz and the denim ribbon. I think it looks gorge. Absolutely gorge, if I do say so myself. Hey, Anna and Huey. Hi, Huey. How are you? Huey, I love seeing your videos. Anna, you need to teach me about Instagram. I'm feeling like a dinosaur with Instagram. Huey probably needs to teach me Instagram. Huey, I loved your video with you doing your dressing gown up all by yourself. I thought that was fantastic. And you won't remember, but when you were a tiny, tiny baby, Huey, I once looked after you, so your mummy could go to the opticians. I've never forgotten that. And you were I only thought we were coming over for a coffee to see you, and your mum said, "Oh, I've got to go to opticians. Do you mind looking after him?" I was like, "Oh, there we go, Huey." Is he laughing? You are cute, Huey. I saw you enjoying that snow the other week as well. And I think you've got the best homeschool teacher as well. So finished, second card, all done. How long have I been on? 34 minutes, and I've done 2 cards. So let's move this mess out of the way so you can see them a little bit better on the nice wooden table. Sarah, this is one of my tables from my studio that you've sat at. Let's move these rogue satsumas out of the way. That's my I'm having my health kick. So there are my 2 cards from today. Ta-da! Can I zoom in on this? No, you can on YouTube, but I don't think I can on here, no. So there's today's cards. I'll move them up a bit. I do love my bows, Anna. Anyway, we're amongst artisans because Anna, she'll hate me for saying this. Anna in our team, we love you, Aunt Julie. Anna in our team is now on the artisan design team, and I'm like a really proud parent. It's lovely. And we're all really proud of her in our team. The team have all been like really excited because it's a real privilege, and it's lovely to have someone in our gang that's, I keep moving them to get them in shot, and then thanks Carol, same as this morning really, but I've done them with the misty backgrounds just so they were a little bit different. So I'm going to go have a cup of tea and go for a natural break. A bit too much information. But thank you for joining me. And you know what? I think I'm going to do this every week because I've loved doing it, and I've made 2 more cards and I've connected with more people, and I've got to chat to my friends in Australia, which is amazing and joyous. Oh, hi Shan, Lily. Oh, you're watching us. Oh my goodness, as if my cup couldn't be any more full. Shan and Lily are watching as part of their art homeschool. Well, I'm all over that. That's amazing. Maybe I should be offering the Paper Haven services to do art class and keep the kids occupied for a session. But anyway, so thank you for watching, and then I think I will be back on next. Oh, it looks a bit fuzzy now, the picture. But anyway, I'll be back on next Tuesday, and I'm on YouTube on Thursday evening if you can join us, and I will see you then. I'm glad you caught. Oh, thanks, Karen. I'm glad I did this. I've pushed myself to do it, and I thought, oh well, people know I've been online this morning, but no, I've had loads of different people, so that's amazing. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, girls. Bye. Take care, and please stay safe and keep crafting. Bye.